around on editing and getting things out, but I have been working on this video now for basically the whole month, and it hasn't turned out how how I had initially intended it to, but that's okay because it starts really positive, and also it goes into what I think we all struggle with at some point in our running journey, is that lack of motivation, hurdles that get in the way, and trying to overcome that. Here is an update from really the whole month of March, so I hope you enjoy. It starts with a beautiful trail run that I went on, so enjoy, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. We're about half a mile in and I'm already this out of breath. It's very steep. Where I can run, and hopefully you can hear me even though it's quite windy up here, but it's the week after the Elan Valley and I knew I'd be a bit tired, but I think we've made the right decision coming here today. It's a beautiful day and it's somewhere I've never been before, and it's just exactly what I needed. Downhill for quite a long time now, and I can see the priory there, which is where we're heading for. It just kind of opened up onto the moorland and the views have been incredible. So we're just going to do this final sort of, I think there's just over a mile left, and then maybe the pub's open, so I'm going to see what they have on the menu, maybe get a half pint and explore the priory, but I have to leave this guy outside because he's not allowed. Do you know what, we've seen maybe 5 people on this route. I didn't want to go somewhere busy because Obie's quite reactive with other dogs. The drive up, we drove through Hay Bluff and then took that mountain path, and there were certain stops along there that looked really busy. So I think we've timed this absolutely perfect. I didn't know where to go, and it's because this tree has fallen right over the path. So We're gonna have to climb our way through it. That's it, Obes. There you go. I can see the gate. I'm home from the run, recuperated a little bit. That was fantastic. It was exactly what I needed for today. Sometimes I find myself at a bit of a loss at the weekend, and it's finding that balance between recuperating for the week ahead and then also making sure that you do the things that fill you up and give you the energy to go on and do things. I knew that I wanted to go and do a trail run this weekend just because the weather was so good, and I'm trying to challenge myself more, especially as I have Man vs Horse booked in, which is a trail run. I picked really well. It was beautiful. I didn't really want it to end, to be honest with you, and the only thing that would have made it better was if Obie had been allowed in the primary bar. But a beautiful 5.2 mile run I think it ended up being, and slower than usual because that's the nature of a trail run. You kind of just have to give into the terrain and let yourself walk when you need to and enjoy those downhills. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. Just out on a nice sunny walk with Obie, and I don't know whether I've caught the sun or if I'm just a bit hot and rosy cheeked. Just a little update really, that I've done a couple of runs since the beautiful trail run, but I don't know, my confidence seems to have dropped considerably when it comes to running, and I can't really put my finger on why that is. It can't be to do with the 30k because I had a great time. It wasn't about pace. I was so close to my goal time, and then I went on that lovely trail run, you know, to encourage that kind of feeling of, you know, thinking about crossing the river. You know, it wasn't about pace, it was about enjoying the views and trying to get on board with that style of running a bit more. But just since then I haven't had much motivation to go out. So I've done a few treadmill runs. Ryan and I have been on a 5k, and the other day I got myself out the door and went on a 5k by myself, and it felt like a struggle. Off he goes. I was glad that I'd done it by the time I'd done it, but it just didn't feel, I don't know, it feels like my body is against me at the moment, and therefore it's reached an element of running where it's hard and less enjoyable, even to do those things that should feel easy. I'm sure it's just a phase. You know, I'll overcome that. I've got these 5Ks, the 5K series lined up, and I'm trying not to talk myself out of something that I still might be able to achieve, but at the moment it just feels like I'm not going to PB, and that's obviously a big goal for me, is I want to PB this year. That's where I PB'd last year, I'd like to PB again. So, trying to mentally keep myself in check, whilst also physically trying to retain awareness of what needs doing and what my body is saying is okay to do. But we're going to carry on doing this walk, and then maybe I might go for a run. I'm trying to use this to ease me into the idea. I did manage to go out for a run and it was mildly rewarding. I felt stronger than I had in a while, managed to get a 5k done and a beautiful sunset to top it off as well. And that's where we're at. That's what I've managed to get this month, really. I have done a couple more runs, but not really anything substantial, not anything that has felt particularly enjoyable, really. It's kind of just been those workouts to tick you along, keep you going, make sure that you're getting out of the house, make sure that you're maintaining some sort of fitness level so that when inevitably it comes back and I feel better, I won't have plateaued because I have been keeping at it. I think maybe that initial sort of tiredness must have been from the run, so the 30k, and then maybe pushing myself the next week with the trail. But also I have got an underlying health condition at the moment, which I'm getting seen to. It's under control, but it's causing me issues, and I do think I need to be a bit kinder with myself and just realise that at the moment I can't do what I could do before, and that's okay because soon I'll be better and then I'll be able to get back into training how I would like to. Until then, it is kind of just getting out the door. Yesterday I took Obie for like a little cross country around the fields. I didn't want to go. I didn't go very fast, and when I got home I didn't have that initial high that I have from running, and it kind of just felt like so much of a chore. On reflection, I was like, well, you got out the door, you did something that's good for your body and your brain. Obie had a great time. I got a fantastic photo of him just in his element. So I'm just going to do what I can do at the moment, and like I always do, remind myself that this is my favourite thing to do and I do love it. But that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.